So I'm at the Indian dealership, and we're about to test ride this. I think it's an 18 Harley Davidson Fat Bob. It's the 107. Seat feels night and day difference than the Fat Bob. I mean, than the Bolt. I can actually fit in this seat. The Bolt feels like I'm sitting on top. Sounds good. Here we are. I love these controls on here. Oh man, this thing's huge. Feels huge, at least. This thing feels great. The forward controls aren't too forward, but they feel really good. And these bars are really wide, but I don't mind it. And this thing just feels meaty. The reason I'm test driving one is because I saw a 114 yesterday for the first time in my city, and it had me in awe. I was just amazed. It was so nice. It was the red denim, which is exactly what I want. This thing feels amazing. Just rides great. It's like night and day between the Bolt and this. So this is the bike I want. Want the 107 or do I want the 114? I think I want the 114 due to resale value, and it also has ABS. And it's already got the air cleaner. You can really feel the cam in this thing underneath you. It feels like a big engine underneath you, which it is. I was really worried about feeling small on this bike, but I don't feel small at all on this thing. And actually, I almost tiptoe it. One of my feet tiptoe. One's flat and one tiptoes. I'm not hearing the click when you put it in gear, which is odd. But this thing has a lope to it. It really does, which I'm surprised because I know it doesn't have a cam in it. Oh my god, it's quick. I'm gonna have to get one of these. And turning it, you can tell it's got big wheels, but it's not that bad. These mirrors are absolutely worthless. I can't see anything behind me. This thing isn't overly powerful. Like those Indians I ride, if you look back at my old videos, those things caught me off guard. Those are very responsive and extremely quick. I think I rode one of them had a cam in it, but man, those things were blowing me back in the seat. Downshifting is nice. The brake lever is almost non-existent. Kind of just feels like I belong on this thing. Feels really good. Like I said, I was worried about this tank, like feeling small, but my legs are actually pretty spread out. The tank kind of looks small when you look down, but it's not bad. The graphics on the side of the tank right here are great. It's a very upright position too, seating position. And I don't even know if I'd trade this seat out for a while if I got one. This thing is quick. I'm doing 70. Not even try. It's in 6th gear right now, and it barely feels like the bike is even on. I think this is 670 676, something like that, 670 something. Which it doesn't feel really any heavier than my Bolt right now, and that Bolt's like 5 something, I think. I know this Bolt has like 100 pounds on my bike, so. My choices between my next bike is the Lowrider S, which I did ride that bike, and the pegs, it felt like my knees were in my chest, and I'm not that tall of a guy. I mean, I'm like average, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", and my knees were in my chest, and it was super hard to shift. But I really want something with forward controls on it, and I really like the look of the Fat Bob headlight, and throw a Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing on there and color match it, Bassani exhaust on there, and I think you're just set. The reasons I don't really want the Bolt anymore, that bike is great, and that engine can take anything. I've beat the crap out of that engine. By the end of this winter, I'll probably hit 20,000 miles on that, and I've never changed the spark plugs. I've done like 3 oil changes. I mean, it's just been a great bike for me. But the things I don't like about it is you can't go 2 up, or I don't want to go 2 up. It's too small of a bike. It's only got 5 gears. Let's take the bike back here and walk around it for a minute. Kickstands on these bikes, on these Softails, are terrible. But there it is. It's that light. Looks nice. That big meaty back tire. And as you can see, this rear brake lever needs to come up, because with forward controls, your feet's already like this. It's really hard. You kind of end up stretching out the backside of your calf when you press down on that, because you got to press pretty far. But I've seen some attachments where you can bring it up, or you can just, you know, get a whole new lever. This back seat, I mean, this seat really keeps you planted though. Yeah, I might have to pick one of these up, man. Everybody's got a Lowrider S, which is one of the reasons I don't want it. And I love this headlight, and I just love how meaty this bike looks. The only reason I've been kind of discouraged is this gas tank is kind of small. But I mean, you'll still get 130 out of it. And I honestly, if we're being real, I never get on the highway. I don't go above, it's rare that I go even above 50 on the streets. I just want something a little heavier, a little more stable, and something that I can do 2-up riding on. So, you know, this might fit the trick. Road Glide's too expensive, so definitely not getting one of those. Thing's pretty quick. I think I'm gonna wait, find a red 114 somewhere, and make the purchase over winter. If you guys could drop me a comment if you got a Fat Bob. I want to know how much you paid for that thing, because, and I'm really interested in like the 114s. I want to know how much you paid for a 114, because I see them posted for like 17, 18, which I'm definitely not paying. At that point, you might as well just get a Road Glide, and, you know, spend an extra $2,000 and get a Road Glide. But yeah, I'm really interested in how much you guys are paying. This one's posted for 15, which is too much if you ask me. It's only a 107. It's got a little couple dings or paint scrapes on it, and it's not like that fast. I mean, it does pull, but it's nothing crazy. So I'm hoping like a cam will really fix that. People say it's like a night and day difference. I really want a bike where I can make the tire spin by just yanking on the throttle. And that's gonna be the end of this video on this Fat Bob. And there's the bolt in the background. It's really not any bigger. Just the motor, tires, different shape.